Hello, boys and girls. This is O.T. Russell. What I want to say is hello, world. How's everybody doing? Intro. Who am I? O.T. Russell. All right, so this is like the beginning of a new journey. And what journey am I on? Shit, I just realized, hey, I got to go slay dragons. Whoa. Is that actually what I'm looking to do? Slay dragons? Well, what did the dragon actually do to me? So why am I trying to slay the dragon? Well, the truth is, no. Let's reword that. I'm here to master the dragon. Master the dragon. Mindset. It's how you look at things, the story we tell each other, right? This is how we win, lose, or even take the first step. You see, this is my first step. This is my first step into the journey of mastering the dragon. Okay. Now, what do you see on my shirt here? My hoodie. It says Family of Loyal Kings Podcast. Now, what does this mean? Just what it says. Family of Loyal Kings Podcast. Men of the community built to serve. This is my identity. This is who I am. I am a man of the community built to serve. Not only am I a man of the community, I am a king. But that belief starts within me. I must believe that I'm the king. I'm the king of my castle. I'm the king of my universe. Family is what it starts off with. I'm not the only king. There's a family of loyal kings. Or at least this is what I'm seeking to build. This is what I'm seeking to identify with other kings, other men of the community who believe that they are built to serve the community. Now, when I say serve the community, I mean be of service. What do you have to offer that can benefit the community? Because hey, we got all kind of issues in the community, right? So what can you do to help serve the community? Because this is what a king does. A king serves. I think many look at it as, oh, the king is to be served. The king hey, we're here to serve the king. No, the king purpose is to serve his people, his folks, his community. I mean, what's the purpose of being a king? You're just sitting on the throne with your big chains, your big rings, your fancy this, fancy that, but are you serving your folks? How are you making your folks better? This is the purpose of the king. To make lives better, not just one life, your life, lives. Because guess what? Shit, one day your life is going to be over. One day my life is going to be over. What's going to be? What are people going to say? Hey, what did this guy OT, who was me, what did he do? What did he do with his time? What did he do? How did he serve? What did he leave better? Did he leave the place better or worse? Better or worse? Now, this Family of the Lord Kings podcast is something that's been on my mind for some time. What it's all about is individual growth and development, which I feel is deeper, another level to personal growth and development. Let's dig into ourselves. Who are we as individuals? Who do we want to be? Who do we see ourselves as? Well, I see myself as a king. And I just told you a king is here to serve. I'm here to serve my community. This is how you become king. Think about it. If you're from the streets, this is how you become king. Who serves the most? Huh? Who knows you? What are you doing? What have you done? What are you about? Yeah. Well, I'm a good dude focused on common unity and service. I'm a good dude focused on common unity and service. I'm a uniter. It's been placed upon me to bring us together. We are stronger together. We've heard this many times. But you know what? Everybody doesn't always believe that. I haven't always moved with that mindset myself. Hey, let me go ahead and try some things. Let me do this. Failure after failure after failure. Why? Because I'm trying all this shit by myself. But you know what? Where's my team at? Where's my family at? Trying to do all this shit by myself. I mean, even the greatest players you could think of, they didn't do it by themselves. They may have this great talent, this great ability, but guess what? They weren't the only ones on the field. Why? Because the opposition's not out there the only one on the field. They got a fucking army with them. Where's your army at? Where's your family at? Where's your soldiers at? Where's your teammates at? Team together, everyone achieves more, right? Right. Now, this is something that's been placed upon me for some time, but I've been in my head and just, mm, mm. But in order for me to really be king, not just go around saying, hey, king, king, hey, king, king, king. I'm not doing that type of shit. No, what I'm saying is I must go out here and serve my folks. I got to get out here and get busy, right? And not just stay in my basement where I am right now. Yeah, I'm in my fucking basement right now. This is where I'm starting this Family of Lord Kings podcast, in my basement. Jonesboro, Georgia. Just you know, I don't know, I'm about 20, 25 minutes away from the Beltline. Probably about, 15 minutes away from the airport, south side. Just give people a point of reference. 75 South, Jonesboro. And I would just say, hey, I'm in Atlanta, but I'm not going to be one of those guys. My address doesn't say Atlanta, it says Jonesboro, right? How did I get out of Jonesboro? Moving around here, moving around there. Family needed more space, and we got it. Okay. But this is not our space. This is not our final destination. It's something much greater and bigger out here. Now this is like this house is probably worth $350 maybe, I don't know. I actually thought about, just buying this house. We got so much shit in here, I didn't want to fucking move anymore. But you know what? That's saying, yo, let's get comfortable in this $350,000 house. Get comfortable. But damn, if we're comfortable in the 350, how are we gonna make it to the $3 million house? How are we gonna make it to the $6 million house? $10 million house? If you're comfortable in the 350 house. This is mindset. So today is the beginning of my journey to go out and slay. I keep saying slay. That's something that's been told to me. Master my dragons. Master. And these dragons are inside of me. I must become one with the mind of dragon in order for me to become the king that I am and to gain all that is out here for me, which is not here in this basement. What's intended for me is not here in this basement. I mean, we got a lot of shit here and there. Look at all this stuff my wife just got all over the place, she had bought this screen here to put up some kind of projector, but it was kind of fugazi. I'll give you a tour shortly. This video is the first of my individual growth and development. This is the first of me stepping out of my head flaws and all, whatever. Yeah, see, this is before I get the teeth fixed. Yeah, see, I ain't got did none of that yet. You know, maybe at some point, I don't know. Maybe I just keep my regular teeth to show y'all I'm a beast. Huh? Maybe not. But my point is, in order to get things I've never had before, I got to do things I've never done before. That goes for everyone. Keep doing the same things, you get the same results, right? So I got to step outside of my comfort zone. Now, we haven't been here for a long time, just a year. But you know what? It's time to move on. It's time to move on. You know, I spoke to the universe. When I say spoke to the universe, I mean, you know, I voiced and put out here the things that I want to do, and, you know, my intentions on this, that, and other, and, you know, a few obstacles I had. Some of the biggest obstacles I had were distractions, you know. Well, universe heard me. And, you know, a lot of those distractions were, man, family. To be honest with you, like, shit, I allowed myself to you know, just take on the day and day of just being the one with family, you know, that needed certain things, needed this. So the universe heard me and said, you know what? I say family, I mean, I have a son. He'll be 5 this year. He's been with me more than anybody on earth at this point. Let me tell you how he came to us. Now, my wife and I, you know, we asked for this son. We asked for him, like, yes, we want this son. This is how wonderful the universe is, right? We're doing everything we possibly can to get this child, this son that I wanted. Universe heard us. Said, hey, boom. My daughter shows up. My wife's daughter from another relationship, previous relationship. She was about 5 and some change when we hooked back up, my wife and I. So she's, I don't know, she's going on 18, 19 at the time. She comes, pops, and says, hey, guess what? I'm pregnant. And we was like, so yeah, we asked for a child, and the universe provided a way for us to get this child. Boom. Fast forward. Like I say, yo, I've been primary care, just been here, just working from home. Holding things, you know, thinking, doing the best what I thought. But what I was not doing was getting outside doing more. Because while I got my son. Then after my son came, mother-in-law, who we all love, she passed. She was caring for my brother-in-law with special needs. He has Down syndrome. Boss. That's his name. That's what we call him. Great fellow. But again, somebody who needs assistance. Fast forward, boom. My stepfather passes. Ron Sanders. He passes. Now my mother, for the first time, is without anyone she needs. She's, going through it. That's a long story for another time. But now she's on board as well. So now there's three that and wrestling in my mind, rationalizing in my mind, hey, this is now my day-to-day. This goes on for some time. Now my mother's only with me for maybe like a year now. Boss, I don't know, maybe 2, and let's say Diesel is about, like I said, almost 5. And even prior to that, prior to all of them, I'm still just wrestling with shit in my head. Like, goes back to this individual growth and development. I'm still, working on my identity. Really, what career path am I, truly identifying what I want to take and dominate. And I'm wrestling with all this, wrestling. But the fact was, I allowed myself to get into a space which was not conducive for my growth. Got into a fixed mindset, like, hey, this is my limitation. I'm just right here. A routine, like boom, boom, every day the same. Boom, boom. Thursday look like Saturday look like Monday, whatever. It's all the fucking same. Look around. The only person who's really growing in my household is my son. Right? He started off this big. Now he's. But where am I? Am I still stuck in my head, not growing at all? And it's affecting my life, my relationship with my queen, my wife. Because I'm not walking my path, not serving as I should be. So I'm stuck in my head. I've isolated myself. I have not surrounded myself with, movers and shakers. I surrounded myself with a child, someone with special needs, an elderly woman, Not to mention, for a few years, several years, our daughter was with us as well, couch surfing, especially after brother-in-law came aboard. And, she has her own challenges as well, as we all do. And I allow all this to kind of seep on me, like just sit on me and not realizing what's going on. But you know what's going on? It's time. 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 Like I said, my son, he's almost 5. He'll be 5 in a couple of months. I call it August Eve. That's his birthday. August Eve. I was not growing because of the decisions that I was making or not making, my inactions, my actions and inactions, you know. I did this. Like, I said, you know, they say, hey, what do you want your tombstone to say, you know? Fast forward a little bit. And I want mine to say, OT did it. That's it. I just want to say, OT did it. Now, what is that did it? You know, that's really up to me. It's just like it's up to you. What are you doing with your life? It's up to you. I think I kind of get that from what's that? Barbershop. Old boy said, OJ did it. OJ did it. Yeah. I'm just say OT did it. Yeah, that OT did it. Okay. I'm responsible for my decisions. All right. The reason I take this position, because I mean I've seen it so many times. One, I believe it, but I've seen it so many times. People say, "Oh, this, that. Oh, they did this to me, and this happened to me," and then, well, you lose your power when you do that. You can place your power on somebody else. Somebody else had power over you, and it geared and steered you. Where's your agency? Where's you? Where were you at when all this was going on? You agree with that? Yeah. Well, in this, you know, instance, I agree with all that at that time. Just going along with it. But this is also the value of having partners, having a team, you know, having another brain to help think and see things you can't see. Because sometimes we can be so intoxicated in our own thoughts, our own minds, our own lives, our own routines, or whatever the case may be. We just intoxicated. We don't see shit clearly. And I've learned that, you know, observing others who didn't see things clearly. You know, from being on the outside looking in, I'm like, why are they doing that? Why are they not doing this? Because they seeing things, you know, maybe just one way. That's kind of how I was. But luckily, I have a team member, and that is my wife. And my wife said, hey, babe, we've been going around this loop for some time. We're not going very far. We're not doing the things that we should be doing. We need to mix things up. And this is what we decided to do. I say we because I eventually agreed too, but initially, this was her idea. Let's mix this shit up. This insane. We just keep doing the same shit. This ain't working out. Like, let's mix it up a little bit. Now I'm just putting it out here, being open and honest about all this shit, because this is part of the journey, you know? It's kind of like, you know, I was listening to somebody earlier saying, you know, you go to the doctor, you gotta let them know what's going on. Don't fucking, why would you lie? Tell them what's going on. That's how you get to it. Like, oh, that's the issue. But if you say it's this thing, but it's really that thing, how they gonna know? How you gonna fix this thing? Right? So yeah. We decided it's time to mix things up. So when I say mix things up, it say, hey, we in this space that is not ours. It's time to mosey on down to what is ours. Now, I'm articulating this a little bit differently. It didn't kind of quite present itself this way, but that's the reality of it. It's time to claim, get out, move what is yours. Get out, move, and claim what's yours. Just like the universe, like I said, hey, I've many times I know that, hey, it's hard for me to really do the work that I know is intended for me with these distractions. The way my mind works is I'm sensitive to what's around me, and it affects me, whether positive or negatively. You know, they say you are the sum of the, 4 or 5 people you're around. Well, for the longest, I was in denial about this being, it doesn't apply to family, right? It's not just family. Yeah. That was a situation that was fixed, kind of like, shit, my bald head, that's something that's fixed. But I could add more. I could do more. It doesn't mean I'm walking around with just a bald head. I'm putting on clothes. I'm doing this, that, and other. I could have went out and found other people and surrounded myself around other folks that's moving and grooving. But that's not what I did. I stayed stuck in my head. I stayed stuck in my own head, impeding my own growth and development. This goes back to make me think about the movie Paid in Full. Old boy's spot get robbed. They kill his folks, shoot him in the head. The police ask him, yo, who did this? Who did this? Who did this to you? He says, I did. I did this. I did this. Back to what I was saying. OT did it. It's taking all ownership of this shit. I'm not a victim. I'm a victor. This is what I'm choosing for myself, to be a victor, right? But there's work I gotta do. I gotta get out and work on myself. I gotta get out here and work with my community to get us where we need to be. Because I know I'm not the only one who's stuck in his head and not the best he could be. And that's because we haven't joined team. We haven't identified others that's like us, that want to do work like us and get shit done like us. And, I've used this analogy myself. I mean, if I want to, it's only so much one man can do himself. Like I'm in this fucking basement, I'm in this room. You think I could have put this shit up by myself? Hell no. I might be able to put up a tent. I could probably put a tent up by myself. But there's no way I could have built this room, this basement, this house by myself. One, I'm not a carpenter. You know, I wouldn't know the first thing from a 2x4 or beam. I don't know. You know, but there are people who know these things. This is what they do. So if I want to build a house, I want to build a community, I want to build something of significance that's going to last, I have to get out and find those who can do these things with me. You know, we all have our strengths. We all have our gifts. You know what I'm saying? Like myself, I am a designer, an artist. I always have been. It's something that's just naturally given to me. It's a gift all my life. But I haven't always leaned into that, you know. I've been several things. And we're going to talk about that in the journey too. All right. But this is all things that I look forward to sharing with us all. I'm sitting here looking at this thing. What is this on top? Okay, here we go. Goes, let me get back on track. So this is the first one, man. So this is another thing that stops us is, you know, oh, you got to have all this shit figured out. I don't have this shit all figured out. I don't. I'm just, but I'm taking this first step to make some things move. So I can get out here and master this dragon. Become one. Now the work starts. Like this podcasting, like, yo, let me tell you, so I'm not even like a social media person. Like I probably got 5 people on my social media. I'm not, but I know that's something that I must do. I gotta lean into this thing. I gotta work on this and build this muscle up, you know. This is what I'm doing right now. Just turn the camera on, you know. I've been doing some studying, podcasting, and you know, they say, hey, just turn the camera on, you know. Even with coaching, I'm listening to this guys talking about coaching. He's like, yo, people pay all this top dollars to do this and that. They don't goddamn execute the work. They don't just do the damn thing. Well, here we go. We are doing the damn thing. All right, so now we've been kind of talking for a minute. I want to give you a tour of this home of ours that is not ours. This is not ours. This is, when I say ours, I mean this is not our location. This is not like, this is just a stepping stone. This was just temporary. There's much bigger, greater shit out here for me and my family, right? But I have to go out here and master the dragon. You know, you can use the analogy to say conquering the beast or, you know, fighting demons or whatever the case may be. I think you know, trying to get you to follow along with me. The analogy I'm using is master the dragon. Not slay the dragon. Master. Because I believe if you are not a master, you are a slave. So, therefore, the first you must master is the dragon that's in you. That's, hey, you're afraid to make a move. You hesitant. You keeping it far from the distance. I see it. I'm aware of it, but I don't know if I want to jump on that thing and ride it on out. Mm-hmm. You might even see other motherfuckers riding their dragons and mastering that shit. And like, wow, look at them. Wow, look at them master their dragon. Wow, look at that. Now you're a fucking spectator. There's another saying I have. I got a lot of them. You're lame if you ain't learned life's a game. You either one or two things, a player or a spectator, a lover or a hater. Learn to think greater, we can all get this paper. So are you gonna be a player or a spectator, my nigga? Huh? All right. Now, like I said, I want to give y'all a quick tour of this place. And this is also a documentation for myself and for my family, and those, you know, years from now, we'll look back at this shit like, damn, we was in there. Oh, shit, look at that. Now look at us. Like, this is just the basement. This is the basement where I've been, one of the places I'm stuck in my head, the basement, the garage. Stuck in my fucking head. Not getting out, walking, demonstrating that I am a king who has mastered his dragon. I must demonstrate this. I'm going to demonstrate it in front of everybody. This is day one. Y'all going to come along for the journey with me. So I'm not afraid. I'm stepping into what's mine. And this is my destiny. With encouragement of my loving wife. We love each other. We on point. Now, I don't want to get it misconstrued. Me and my wife, we on the same page. We Gucci, you know. But it was just time. The universe said, hey, you got all this going on. You say you distracted, nigga? Well, guess what? I'm going to take all the fucking distractions away from you. Everything. I'm going to take all that shit away from you and get you on motherfucking task. Huh? You saying you... Okay, well, let's... I'm going to fix that for you. It worked the exact same way it worked for my son. We wanted our son, our child to come. Boom. Universe said, boom. Now, it didn't come exactly the way that we thought it was going to come. We was like, what? But man, none of us would change a goddamn thing because we love each other. Now, at the date of this recording, now I'm going to do a quick disclaimer. Our daughter, Free's daughter, I'm emphasizing that because right now she probably would not consider me to be her father. We are not on the greatest terms right now. We're not. But I do love her. The heart is there. The love is there. We just kind of see things a little bit differently. And what's ironic is I had the exact same issue with my stepfather at the time. Growing up, we didn't see things the same. He was his own. I'm my own. Just as she is her own. I'm not. Everybody has their own path. And right now, we're just not on the same path with each other. Feel me? But this is just a moment of time. Just like this. This is just a moment of time. And all this is just more encouragement, more reason for me to go out here and execute and demonstrate my greatness. No, I'm not perfect at all. I'm a Virgo. I'm not perfect though. So yeah, I got many things to work on. I'm cool with that. Just gotta put the work in. Kind of like saying, yo, I'm gonna fucking go out and I wanna run a marathon. What's on so much of fucking books I can read about a marathon? Eventually I gotta get my motherfucking feet out there and beat these streets. Right? Well, here we go. Now, let me get off this thing, kind of wrap it up a little bit. Wanna just do a little walkthrough. Let me see if I can turn this camera around. So, today is, again, this is a documentation of my journey. This is the first fucking Family of Lord Kings podcast video ever. First. So I know I'm gonna look back at this like, I could have said this or not said that or whatever, blah, 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 blah. First step, I gotta take the first step. It's kind of like, shit, 400-pound joker shit going to the gym. Get your ass up and just get up and go, okay? All right, so let's see. Let me see how to turn this.